Today I'm going to talk to you about the Smart M1 and M2 Pro, an all-in-one selfie shooter with AI single-axis stabilizer, doubles as a tripod, it has body tracking and gesture control, you get a key light with it that doubles as an RGB light, you get a remote control, and it's great for live streaming, vlogging, and content creation. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Low Flow Nose back at you with another tech take, and this is a place where I come across some cool tech so you can see if this is the right tech for you or not. Guys, at the very least, I just want you to come away learning more about the cool tech that is out there and how to use it. Okay, so the Smart M1 Pro and the M2 Pro. What is the difference between these two? Well, they are identically the same except for their tripod feature and also their length. If we look at the part that actually holds the phone and has all the mechanics, again, virtually identical. They are identical. They do the same exact thing. The M1 I feel is more of a traditional selfie stick length. You know, so if I want to do some selfie stuff, like that's about the length. And also if I were to open this up as a tripod, I just got it right here and I can do that. Now, when it comes to the M2, this is another story. All right, so here it is, right? And when I try to bring it out, I mean, yeah, this thing goes pretty long. You know, and especially if you're walking around with it as a selfie stick, yeah, you'll catch a lot of background, meaning that if you want to have a lot of more people back there, it'll catch all of them, but it kind of gets kind of comically floppy at the same time. Oh, look at that. I still have more tripod in here. So look, let me just bring this down. Opens up, and there you go. And you can see how high, oh my gosh, it's, there you go. It goes even higher. I feel like this is great for ideal if you're doing tracking inside of, let's just say you want to do some content creation in a kitchen, or maybe in the living room, and you want to track your whole entire body as you're doing something, you know, in those environments. This will work out best for something like that, especially if you wanted it to track you. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to be using the M1 because it's just a lot easier to use and demonstrate. Now inside the box, you will find your tripod / selfie stick. It does come with a USB-C cable to charge your selfie stick because it does run on battery, and your instructions as well. So make sure you take a look at those things so you're very familiar on how to use it, but I'm gonna walk through with you on how to use this. All right, so the first thing we're going to take a look at is its tracking feature. So we need to set up our tripod selfie stick so we can hold our phone. And you'll see a lot of bendable joints all over our pad. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bend this part first, then I can turn this around, and now this part will cradle my phone. Okay, once it's there, I can either bring this, I can lock it in place either there or down here. Okay, but then I can adjust it with this lever right here and level it out. Okay, now once that's set up, I can take my smartphone and just slide it right there so it's holding my phone. Now in order to turn on the tracking, all I have to do is just press this button, and it'll go into standby when the light is blue. Now the motor is holding it still, so it's not gonna wobble all over the place, but if I want to turn on the tracking, all I have to do is just press the blue button once, and it will turn green. Now it's tracking me. So of course, this is great. Again, if let's just say you want to do something at your desk and you just need it to follow and track you just fine. Now the selfie stick does come with a remote that's inside of the selfie stick, but you can actually take it right out. I prefer when I'm using it as a selfie stick, I like it inside, but as a tripod, I'll keep it outside. So once you connect the remote to your phone, you can actually start recording or stop recording to the recording button on the remote here. I can also change the angle of this tripod as well. So I can hold the left button and it'll turn left. I can hold the right button, it'll turn right. Right now, for some reason, if my angle is just so far off, I can double tap the left button and it'll reset itself. And of course, you also have your 360 mode or inception mode. I'll double tap the right button and I'll just do a 360 the entire way around. And once I'm done with that, I'll just double tap the left button and it'll reset itself right there. And then I'll press record again to stop the recording. So that's remote. Now let's talk about gesture control. Yeah, I can activate gesture control by touching a button here, but we can also do our gestures as well. So by throwing up an OK sign, a front forward OK sign, I'll turn my gesture mode on. Make sure you have it in front of the actual mirror. I mean, the sensor that's tracking it. There we go. Now it's tracking me through gesture. If I throw up my hand, it'll stop the gesture going back to blue. Now I can also have gesture, but I can turn off gesture control. So what I want to do is I'll throw up my hand again. I'll activate the gesture. Now I'll throw up like a field goal sign. And it'll go from green to yellow. Now it's still tracking me, but now I can now freely use my hands and I'm not accidentally stopping gesture control. The only gesture it's going to recognize is the field goal sign again. Bop. There we go. So it went from yellow to green, and now it's back to normal. It's still tracking me, and it's going to register those gestures as far as stop. Now, when it comes to using this as a tripod, you're not stuck to using your phone as a portrait. You can actually lay this to the side and get a landscape angle for yourself. You can just raise it up, get the height that you need, and then press record. And you saw the same functions. We can turn it to the left. We can turn it to the right. We can reset it. And we can even do the 360, like we mentioned before. So yeah, so you got options. Now let me show you how the selfie stick mode works. Let's go ahead and turn the power off on this so our motor is not getting in the way of us setting this up. We'll take our phone off to the side. I'll go ahead and reset it back down to the bottom. And now I'm now gonna have my phone sitting in here on this side. So what I want to do is, since I know I'm going to be like this, I want this facing me. So I'm going to bring this up. I'm gonna turn this around. So this is facing me like that. And then I'll go ahead and put my phone in it. And once it's in or before it's in, you can see the different articulation points where I can bend it here or forward. I can either turn this around. Like I mentioned before, I can turn around 360. And of course, you can move this from here. You can move it here and also tighten it up wherever you want. But I'm going to set this again right here for selfie mode. Now you can see how it's kind of loose. I can lock this two ways. First is with the locking mechanism here. I can line it up and then lock it. So now I can extend it out and use it as a traditional selfie stick, or I can turn on the motor and still have some moving functions and lock it that way. So I'll go ahead and unlock that. It's going to go floppy. And we'll go ahead and we'll turn motor on and it'll go blue. And now the stabilizer is now stabilizing my selfie stick. And again, from this angle, I can do some slight turns of my phone from this angle. Again, now me personally, when it comes to a selfie stick, I prefer the M1 because it's a lot more manageable, a lot more shorter. I definitely get the length that I need for a good selfie stick shot and get the difference. But the M2, it's insane. I can definitely see how it's great again as that tripod. I want to use it that way, really give that opportunity to get my whole body and actually spin along with it if I want it sitting on the floor. And also if I'm walking around, as you can see here, you get some insane angles or shots with the M2 because of its height. You really get some cool aerial shots with your phone because of it. But really, it's really up to you whichever length actually meets the needs that or the shots that you're actually trying to get. It's really up to you. What's your creative process? What kind of creative shot are you getting? What do you see in your mind, and which one will be the best for you? And of course, let's not forget about the remote, because I can just press the record button and take a picture or start taking video and stop from there. So yeah. All right, let's finish up with the key light, because this does have a key light that also doubles as an RGB light as well. Okay, so the key light. The key light is actually tucked away right here in the back, being held by a magnet, and there's magnetic parts on the bottom and the top of your selfie stand where it can actually hold the light on the top or the bottom, so you can always ensure that you're properly lit, especially if you're in a dark place. Now, to turn on the key light, all you have to do is just hold the power button, and your light comes on. Now you can cycle it through different colors just by pressing the power button. And you have different colors that you can actually try out until you get back to your regular key light. Now with the mode button, if you press that, it'll shift to the different brightness of your light. And also you can do that with each color. It'll give you different brightness of each color. You get that option. So you can go back to your regular base light. Now if you double tap your power button, it'll actually take you through a RGB cycle of all the lights. So double tap it, it'll start going through a cycle of all the lights from daylight, all the RGB, and then back to the light. Yeah, I can stop that by just tapping it. Now, if I double tap the mode, that'll give me it'll give me a police effect going from blue to red. So double tap, it'll flash red, then flash blue twice each. And I can just tap it again and it'll reset. All right, let me give you my final thoughts on the Smart M1 Pro and the M2 Pro. First of all, I feel like this really gives you a great option to use what you already have and have plenty of options with it. We all have those smartphones with the awesome 4K cameras, right? You know, we're already getting fantastic video from that as well. Now you can actually put that on a tripod with a stabilizer, or put it on a selfie stick with a stabilizer. And you have two different varieties to choose from as far as if length is concerned. If you want that really wide angle lens or really get it really high so you can get some cool shots, you got the options to choose the height that you actually want to use. Also, depending on the content creation that you're doing, whether through a desk or you want to get yourself walking around full body and tracking you, again, get the M2 for the longer one or the M1 for the shorter one. Again, you got the options. It gives you the options. The light, if you want to try out different variety of lights or colors at different nights, really kind of work on your style or a certain look, you've got that option. Will this light give you a fantastic key like a professional light? Maybe not, but you still have a light just in case. Hey, some light is better than no light in some instances. You feel me? Okay guys, those are my thoughts on the Smart M1 Pro and the M2 Pro. Really hope this video helped you out. Take care. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own M1 and M2 Pro. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit that like button if you like what's going on here, and also ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. All right, I'll see you next one. Take care. Bye.